Oh no, it's okay. It's 8 o'clock, 8:01.
Yes, yes. So, how was your week?
Today is Wednesday. Yes, I've been working and study.
What are you studying for?
Actually, I've been studying a bit of current issues about medical stuffs, and I've been studying Spanish as well.
Oh, very good. So you really do keep your mind busy, don't you?
Ah, yes. Always keeping my mind, my brain, everything busy.
It's important. I try to do the same myself. You know, I have a day job where I'm a project manager, and as a part-time job, I teach English. I also have a baby, I have a wife, and I do some web design on the side too. So I keep myself very busy as well.
You have the most noble duty in the world to be father.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll only do it once. It's quite the chore,
Yeah,
quite a lot of work. At least at this point, it is.
yeah.
Luis, you remember Hyde, right?
Yes, I have a premium account. I would, I would premium account.
Well, since this is a small talk class, instead of me doing the introductions, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and say hi?
Oh yes, as the past days. My from Brazil and live in Rio. I am 30 and I'm a doctor for 12 years. That's enough.
It's quite a bit, and so what I would do is I'd say, yeah, well, you could say to hi, or what I was thinking more of, just like I started a conversation with you, start a conversation with Hyde, say, Hyde, how are you?
Oh yes, the topic is small talk. I was watching.
Yeah.
Yes. For you, I have to talk with you.
No, you can talk to Hyde. Why don't you start a conversation with Hyde? You've
I
taken my
feel.
small talk classes.
Ah, okay. Because I have some delay here. I understand now. So,
Okay.
hi, good evening, hi. How are you?
Hello. Fine, thank you.
Hi,
All
where are
right.
you from?
So,
I guess, are you from China?
Pardon, I couldn't catch.
Where are you from? I guess, you are from China, aren't you?
Yes, exactly.
Hyde, I thought you
From
were
which
from
city?
Japan.
No, I'm from China.
Now, Hyde, you said you were from Japan a while ago.
You are right. I'm from Beijing.
All
How?
right. Okay. Well, welcome everyone who's just joined my class. That was a bit of an exercise showing you how awkward sometimes it can be with small talk. Small talk is one of the most common things we do in English, yet it's one of the most difficult things that we do as well. Raphael, welcome to class, sir.
Hello, Simon.
How was your day?
It was okay. It was better than yesterday. I'm feeling better today.
Less issues to deal with, I take it.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome. And how's your family?
It's fine. Thanks for asking.
Good, good, good. Are
And
you
yours?
planning any? Oh, you know what? Well, my baby keeps crying. You know, that's what
Oh,
babies do.
I
Um,
see.
my wife is looking forward to a chance where she can relax.
I know it seems
Yeah.
to be a little impossible at least in this few months.
Yeah, in the early stages. I feel like I need a vacation.
Yeah, me too.
Well, do you have a vacation planned for this year, or is there some place you would like to go?
Not this year, perhaps next year. I'm still looking for.
And where would you like to go?
I'd like to visit the UK and
Hmm.
Scotland.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too for sure. Well, thank you, Raphael. What me and Raphael just did is a successful example of small talk. We started off with, hi, how are you? How was your day? How's your family? And talked about things in common, such as, well, vacations. We all do them. We all like them. Even those of us who don't go on vacations wish we could. So what we're going to spend today on is small talk. I'm going to go around the class. We're going to spend a lot more time today on small talk. And then I want you guys to tell me what you thought worked and why. I will then tell you great topics for small talk and really bad topics to avoid for small talk. All right, so I had a little chat with Raphael, with Luis. Julia, hi Julia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thanks. How's your day?
Busy, very busy.
Yeah, busy? Why is it busy?
Because I am in my job.
You're working hard.
Yes,
What do you mind? I notice an accent. What country are you from?
I am from Colombia.
Oh, Colombia. Is it winter yet in Colombia?
Uh, uh, we don't have stations.
You don't have winter.
No.
Oh, right. Sorry, my mistake. So is it the dry season or the wet season?
Rice season.
Wet season.
Yes.
Yes. I understand that when you get down towards the equator, you don't have seasons. You have two, dry season and rainy season, right?
Yes.
Okay, terrific. So what's the weather like? Is it warm or is it getting cold?
It's cold. Now it's cold.
Oh, what's the temperature?
21. No, 80.
18.
See, yes, 18.
Well, that's exactly what it is here.
Where?
Canada.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you could make it, Julia. Thanks for coming to class.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and welcome to class again. I'm just trying to remember how to say your name. Is it Jenna?
Yes.
Jenna, and are you from China?
Yeah, I'm from China.
So my memory's doing well, but can you remind me, please, what city you're from?
I'm from China, but right now I'm living in United States.
And which city in the United States?
Midwest?
Midwest. Is that Chicago?
Illinois. I don't want to say too much about the city.
I understand because we're on the internet. I got you. Okay. So Illinois, yes, the Midwest. I'm familiar with Illinois. I was down in Illinois many years ago.
How do you like it?
Well, where I just a lot of cornfields.
Cornfields.
I want to go to Chicago though.
Oh, okay.
Do you like Illinois?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. I've been traveling a lot after I came to United States. I've been to different states, and I like Illinois the best.
Why do you like Illinois so much?
I don't know. Yeah, it gave me a feeling of home for some reason. So I didn't feel this way other than my hometown. So for some reason, I just like this place.
Very peaceful.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something to be said for that. are you planning on traveling anytime soon, or do you want to sort of call that home for a while?
Well, I'm planning to travel during summer, but I'm not sure where to go. So right now, I know my friend want to go to Jamaica, but I don't know whether I want to travel. Probably I just want to rest a little bit.
Well, if you don't mind me making a few suggestions from somebody who's traveled the world, in summer, if you live in Illinois, going to the Caribbean, whether it be Barbados, Jamaica, Curacao, all these places are very, very hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of us generally go to those places in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the southern hemisphere, it's a little cooler. If you get a chance, think of Australia or northern New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
It's far, but trust me when I say there's nowhere else on the planet quite like Australia and New Zealand.
I'll think about it. I'm not really sure what I want to do in the summer yet.
Great. Well, thank you very much. I'm now going to move on to Hyde. Notice that the conversation with each student differs. Hi, Hyde.
Hello.
So I hear you say you're from China.
Yes.
Which province in China?
Because I'm a yes woman, so always I say yes.
So is it true that the Japanese, when you say no, you say it very subtly?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think I knew that you weren't from China?
It's okay. I don't care of that.
Because you told me before, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been living in Japan?
How long?
Yeah.
Since ever I was born.
Have you ever thought of moving someplace else?
No. Sometimes I travel abroad, but basically I'm in Japan.
So what do you love so much about Japan that has you calling it home?
People are very gentle, kind, honest, and I don't worry about my possessions in the outside. For
You don't have
example,
to worry about security.
yes. For example, food court, if you find the table, people put their bag on the table. Then they went to some food corner to buy something. No one steals his bag.
Yeah, I wouldn't try that in Canada or the U.S. You might find your bag is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clayton's also saying maybe in Brazil it's not safe too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what, Hyde? That's wonderful. I mean, it sounds so very friendly and warm living there.
Yeah. Japanese people are very weak to speak English. They are afraid of foreigners, but still they have effort. They make effort to understand you.
Well, you know what, Hyde? My wife wanted us to go to Japan on our honeymoon last year, and we almost went to Japan. But we ended up going to Henan in southern China instead, and I think the reason is because neither of us is from China. For some strange reason, traveling to China or Japan from China is a lot more expensive than traveling within China.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of strange. But thank you very much, Hyde. Thank you for that conversation.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Clayton.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
I'm doing well, but you mentioned something about not coming to Brazil because your bags won't be safe.
It's true, but we have some people honest and worker too. But
I know some wonderful people from Brazil.
Yeah, it's true. We have a lot of people, like I said, honest, hard worker. I don't know if it's the correct term, right? But we have a lot of violence and thieves. How can I say when the people aren't punished.
Or crime.
We have a lot of crime and no solutions for this crime. The politicians here is so corrupt and take advantage over you, over the Brazilians. Then we have a lot of unsolved problems, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You've got such a beautiful country. You've got some wonderful people, and it's tough when the leadership doesn't take a leadership role.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm here in Verbling, trying to learn English.
Yeah, I've never had you in my class before. What brought you to my class today?
Yeah, I'm new here. I'm starting this month. So I'm trying to learn English to maybe in 5 years be prepared to move to USA.
Well, I can tell you that your English is very good.
Thank you.
And if you move to the US, I think you would do perfectly well. Just do your research, because each state is different. Some states are in a very prosperous, growing environment, whereas others are not doing very well. So pick your right state.
Good to know. I'm planning. My initial idea is move to Florida, Miami. I'm working with development, you know, programming development. So the climate or weather of Miami is similar of Brazil. So
Yes.
I think me and my wife we adapt more easily. No?
I think you will do quite fine. Florida can be a very, very beautiful place. However, if global warming takes off, we might find a lot of Florida underwater. So keep that in mind. Get a house on stilts.
Okay. I'm will research about.
All right, Clayton. Thank you very much, and let's go, and I'll do my last introduction to Alexandra. And notice, guys, that it's 20 minutes into the class, and we're still doing introductions. There's a good reason for that. As I mentioned before, this class is about small talk, and after I do an introduction with Alexandra, I'm going to ask you guys questions about what I was doing, what kind of conversations we had. Hi, Alexandra.
Hello, hello.
Hi there. I know you're from Russia, right?
Yes, I am.
And I know that it's probably about 3 o'clock in the morning where you are.
3:19.
3:19, yes. So do you have a coffee with you?
Surprisingly, no.
No. So, well, I'm glad that you stay up so late to partake in my classes. What had you decide to choose this class instead of my earlier class as your last class?
I actually didn't choose this class. I tried to participate in all of your classes.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Guys, that's the right answer. Did you know we were going to do small talk?
Yes, I saw that in the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And okay, so now I'm getting off topic a little bit. So I've lost what I was going to say. And this sometimes happens. You'll be talking and go completely blank. Do you ever have that? You'll be talking to somebody, Alexandra, and you'll go completely blank?
Yes, sometimes that happens.
What do you do?
What do I do? So different thoughts are spinning in my mind, and I'm trying to catch at least one to have a topic for a conversation.
Yeah.
So just not thinking too much, maybe just something off the top of my head, something which comes first to mind.
Yeah, and don't fake it either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's tough being the teacher because I have to engage in small talk as part of the lesson, but I still have to think of what I'm trying to teach you and am I staying on schedule? Because that's the best way for you guys to learn. So there we go. I've had a brief little conversation with each one of you, what we call small talk. Now I would like a volunteer to tell me what is small talk and how it has differed from each student. Who would like to volunteer? If you don't volunteer, I will volunteer you. Raphael, I see you with your hand up. What's small talk?
Small talk. I think it's a kind of talk in which you make basic questions, maybe just to know a little bit about who are you talking with, and you can use it as a maybe a tool, or just for a longer conversation, maybe.
What kind of tool?
A tool to know the people you are talking, and
yeah, it's kind of like a handshake, isn't it?
Yes, it's a handshake. It's not. It's a. We can describe it as a maybe informal handshake.
Yeah, it's how we start conversations.
Yes.
Okay. Raphael, what kind of conversation did I have with you? What did we talk about?
Well, I said a little bit about my day, and we're talking a little bit about family, and you asked me about my family, and I asked about your family, and that's it.
Excellent. Well done. All right, Luis, you're volunteering next.
Oh, really?
What kind of things did we talk about?
In a small conversation. If you meet someone by a chance and he's a friend of yours, we can ask about his family, about his job. It's kind of everyday conversation, and you don't use formal words.
Yeah, we sometimes don't get very specific. So how was your job? Oh, it was terrible. A good response would be, why? Okay, because that's the direction the conversation's going in. Very good. Julia, what did we talk about?
We talk about weather, stations, and how is my day.
Yeah, so good. We covered that. So we talked about how was the day. Did we talk about anything else?
Just for example, what are you doing, or what is your occupation or profession or something like that?
Yeah, profession. So what kind of work do you do, right?
I am an engineer, electrical engineer.
Ah, we have another electrical engineer in the class. Raphael, he's an electrical engineer, but we won't get into that yet because I'm saving something special for later. And Hyde, what did we talk about?
Maybe hobby.
I think we talked about Japan and why you liked it so much.
Maybe hobby is very good, not harmful.
Right, but I'm talking about the things that we actually talked about, right? So we talked a while about Japan. What is it that you like so much about Japan? We talked a little bit about travel. Okay, good. And Clayton, what did we talk about?
Sorry, what we talk about or
Yes.
what we can talk about?
What did, past tense, what did we
Okay.
talk about?
We talk about the subjects of the daily basis. Maybe the friend life, how's it going? Like job, like your family, like the plans for the future.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't talk about that though, did we? What did you and I? What did we talk about?
Oh, sorry. We talk about my country, how the stuff is going. I don't know. We talk about Florida, my future plans.
Okay,
Something
excellent.
like that.
And Alexandra, what did we talk about?
We talked about me being a night owl.
Yes, we did. Night owl is for sure. Yeah.
And I've got a question.
Yeah.
So, do we refer like shooting the breeze? Is it the same as having a small talk?
I would say it's very similar. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Might be a slight difference, but I won't worry about that right now. Okay, so here's what I want to do now. So you notice how a lot of the things I talked about here are just very basic stuff. Okay? When we talk about small talk, there's some great topics. Movies, TV shows, sports teams, weather, travel, cars, clothes. How's your family? What kind of job do you do? A lot of the things we've already talked about. These are great topics for small talk. However, there are things we should avoid. Can anybody tell me some topics we should avoid? Yes. Hyde, I see you with your hand up. What topics should we avoid?
Maybe age or some political issues.
Political, excellent. Right, so when Clayton brought up about crime, did I say, well, how bad is it? No, I said, that's too bad, right? You've got to be careful with certain types of topics because they can get very serious or confrontational, and that's not what we're trying to do. So when Clayton started talking about travel, oh yeah, where to, right? Take it in a positive route, right?
Religion too.
Oh yes, religion. Now, if you've met at a church, for example, or synagogue or mosque, it's probably a safe topic, right? We're talking about strangers that you're meeting. Okay? What are other topics we should avoid?
Money?
Oh, yes, sir. Money. Yeah, for sure. What else?
The early Finnish relationship.
Oh, yeah, relationships. And especially sex. Some people love to talk about it. No. Wait a minute. Simon, you're saying avoid relationships, but you just asked me how my family was. What gives? Okay. There's nothing wrong with asking how's your family. It's very common. After a weekend here, people will say, how was your weekend? Great. How's your family? Okay? That's perfectly acceptable. But don't ask how your dating relationship is or ask for details about something. So if I said, things aren't going so well right now, well, then a good answer might be, oh, that's too bad. I feel bad. Don't say, oh, why? What's wrong? Okay? You don't know where this conversation could go. It could go someplace very dark, or it might go someplace where you're not sure how to handle it. And it defeats the purpose of small talk, because small talk is something we use every day in our lives. As we said, it's used to start conversations. We use it because it helps break down walls between us and create a rapport. Okay? We use it a lot with our friends, but we also use it a lot in business. Okay? And if we're trying to build a rapport with somebody, we want to avoid what we call contentious or difficult issues. Okay? We also want to avoid war or violence. Not a good topic, right? Not very friendly. And, oh, by the way, death. Yeah, avoid it. You want to talk about a newborn? Great, but don't talk about death. So, what's next? I think you guys are a rather advanced group, so what I would like to do now is I want you guys to practice small talk. All my regulars, you know I'm using Google Drive. Okay, so I've been typing a lot of this in Google Drive, which you can see is over here on the left side of the screen, and then click on this blue icon that says Hangout Notes. Okay, so I'll pick one student, and then what you must do is introduce yourself to another student, and I don't know, spend about a minute or two exploring small talk. Okay. When it's ready to move on, I'll type thank you in the chat, and if you don't see that, then I'll just interrupt and we'll move on to the next student. Who would like to go first? Oh, looks like I've got a volunteer. Jenna.
Yeah, you missed me earlier.
I did, but we did have some small talk
Yes.
at the beginning. So I want to give you a chance to start a conversation with somebody here. Are you ready?
No, not really. I'm not really good talking to someone that I'm not really good with.
Most people aren't. But in business, this is a very useful skill to have. Very successful people are good at it.
I can try. Yeah, I can try.
All right. Go ahead.
So, who's my partner?
Whoever you want it to be.
How about you choose someone for me? I prefer someone choose it for me.
Well, you know what? I won't choose the person for you, but I might make a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
In Russia, we have a very nice person, a very nice woman by the name of Alexandra. And on the other side of the world, we have somebody by the name of Raphael, who is a wonderful person as well. So, or Luis, he's also very warm and friendly too. So, why don't you pick one of those three?
Okay, how about I choose Alexandre? Is that how to say her name?
Why don't you ask her?
Hi, Alexandre. Can I talk to you?
Of course you can. you
This is Jenna.
you
Yes?
can call me Sasha. That's easier.
Tasha? Oh, okay. Hi.
Sasha. S. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi. My name is Jenna. I know you already told me your name. You're Tasha, right? How's your day?
Oh, it's pretty fine, thank you. I'm at the lecture with Simon and I'm enjoying the time. What about you?
Yeah, I already heard, I overheard a conversation. I know he already mentioned it's 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. in the morning, right? For me, I'm at US. Right now is around 7 o'clock at night, and I just finished working for the entire day, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, I try to enjoy the lesson, try to learn something from Simon. And
So
I know he
you,
cares about he
yeah.
cares about how students thinking about him.
Are you a newcomer? I haven't seen you here before.
I think I met you before. I joined some of the class. I think I saw you in other class before.
Oh, yeah, yes, because I'm a very devoted student.
Probably you didn't notice me because I don't have a profile picture.
Oh, maybe. And so judging by your presence at the Verblin, you are interested in English, and maybe you have some other interests except for English.
Um, I don't know. I just like to learn more. Other interests. Other than that, I love shopping. I think most women love shopping. So I guess do you have a do you like to shop?
Sure, I do. I'm not an exception.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a living?
I work, but right now I'm on a vacation, and I'm enjoying my free time. So I have a lot of free time, so I can spend it on Verblin. I can be here from dawn to dusk.
Yeah, I can tell you enjoy your time right now. I wish I have vacation. I have to wait until summer.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now I'm a student. I try to take classes and try to finish my degree.
And I've been thinking lately about taking up Chinese classes. What do you think about Chinese? Is it a difficult language for me to handle, or is it achievable?
If you're learning a new language, it's always difficult, and for me, learning English is totally different compared to Chinese. If I'm from Italy, probably it's going to be easier for me. But for Chinese, we don't use the same alphabet, so it's really different. So I'm not sure about people. For me, I'm not really talented in speaking, so it takes me a long time try to learn something. But I know some of my friends they're a lot better than me. So it depends on the people. So if you try, I think you'll benefit by learning a
Thank you.
new language.
Okay, first of all, for somebody who doesn't like small talk, Jenna, A1 job. Good job. And thank you, Alexandra. All right, we're going to go to Clayton next. Now, Clayton, you can spark up a conversation with anybody in the class, somebody who has already been speaking or somebody completely different. Go ahead, please, when you have a moment.
Well, I will try. I don't know who can talk to me. Maybe Rafael.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine. I'm great. How's your day?
Well, my day was fine. I worked a lot, but it was stressful, but at least less stressful than yesterday. I had a great time giving a little explanation about some tests to my team, and we have a profitable day. And yours? How was your day?
Oh, my day is very busy. I'm working 10 hours a day. The
Really?
last
10 hours?
days have been very busy to me. I have a small company. We develop websites, mobile applications. So we have a small team, and we have to deal with small, how can I say, short time to develop these products, you know?
I see.
So think about small team, a lot of projects, a lot of work, a lot of hours. You know?
I understand. There might be a lot of problems also.
Yeah, it's true. But today, this week especially, we have this week have been profit too. You know, we deal new projects, new clients, so it's been good.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you have a profitable week. My week, as I already explained, it was also profitable, and that's it. That's about life, Lots of new challenges, and we need to overcome them every day. Uh, I think you might know there's a famous Brazilian quote: "We need to kill a lion every day." So
Oh, it's true.
exactly.
It's true. I hear before that you are electric engineer, right?
Yes, yes. I'm an electrical engineer.
So you work? Did you work with Brazilians?
Yes, I work with Brazilians, and also we need to deal with foreign providers, and
Thank you.
they only speak in English. But that's a subject for another class because the time went up.
Yes, I can see a lot of you guys. I have to jump in and get you to stop because you're so engaged in the conversation. You guys are doing fantastic. As I
Sorry.
mentioned in the chat area, don't be afraid to volunteer. One, if you don't, I'll volunteer you. Two, you're paying money for these classes. By being silent, you're not learning as much. The more you speak, the better you'll improve, or the quicker you'll improve. So don't be afraid to volunteer. With that being said, who would like to go next?
Me.
All right, Julia, thank you for volunteering. You may choose any student. One
Maybe
has already spoken.
Luis.
Okay.
Yes,
Luis, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil. I live in Rio de Janeiro.
I went Rio last year.
Oh, really?
Yes, I like so much.
But
What are you doing for life?
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor for 12 years.
For what?
For 12 years.
And what is your specialization?
After my college, I did geriatric and homeopathy.
Yeah. And um, and you work at a hospital or something like that?
Yes, I work at a university, and I work at a hospital as well.
Yeah.
And where are you from, Julia?
I am from Colombia.
Oh, Colombia.
Yes.
And how long have you been learning English?
I am a beginner.
And at Berlin, how long have you been attending class here?
Here with Berlin, 1 month,
1 month.
maybe less. Yes.
And are you enjoying the Berlin class?
Yes, but sometimes I have technical difficulties. But today I don't have.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Each day we can improve our English. And I study Spanish as well.
Yes.
I've been studying Spanish here at Berlin, and I want to visit the other countries in Latin America. And I've heard that the Spanish accent from Colombia is very neutral. It's easier for understand for me.
Yes, it's true. But Portuguese is very difficult for me.
Oh, really? Because
Yes.
it's a similar language.
Yes,
Uh,
but when I went to Brazil, I don't understand very much.
All
oh,
right, guys, thank you.
okay.
All right, again, well done. Julia, great start. You jumped right into it very, very well, and I think you guys did a great job. Okay, we're not done. Even though everybody's spoken, I'm going to pick a person, and then I want you to start a small conversation. Remember, there's many different topics we can talk about, such as movies, TV shows, sports teams, especially dealing with football if you're from Brazil, weather. I also wrote down common interests. If you're teaching or learning English together, well, that's a common interest, right? So let's see, who wants to volunteer next? I think, Raphael, you want to go next. All I ask is you pick somebody different from who picked you.
Okay. Anyone?
Anyone at all.
Okay. Alexandra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every subject is about what should we talk?
Don't ask me, just try.
Okay.
You've got some hints on the screen from what I've typed up, but just follow your gut. What
Okay.
seems natural?
Hello.
Hello, Raf.
You guys sound like you're friends already.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. How are you today? Better say tonight.
Tonight, yes. I'm great, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Have you drunk a lot of coffee today?
No, I haven't. I try to follow your advice and to avoid drinking coffee. Not avoid, but maybe to cut down on coffee.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Coffee ruins our teeth.
Yeah, but gives lots of pleasure.
Really? Which kind of pleasure does coffee give?
You live in Brazil, you should know.
Well, I don't drink coffee, so. But I don't know. Perhaps I'll try. Maybe I'll try coffee to see which pleasure that you're talking about.
All right. So, are you planning on traveling to Russia?
Really? Well, I think it would be nice to visit Russia. Perhaps enjoy the summer because it's getting cold here where I live.
Oh, what is, by the way, what is cold for you?
Well, I think we have different definitions of cold, but around 15 degrees is already cold for me. 15 degrees, I don't. Perhaps it's hot for you, but it's cold for me.
Do you want to know my definition of cold?
I have an idea, but tell me.
You have a suspicion, yeah. So for me, being cold is when it's about 40 degrees below zero.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's cold.
That's cold for me, right? And everything which is higher, like 30 or 25, that's just okay. That's just chilly. So we're here used to cold, so.
I see.
All right, thank you, guys. I apologize. I'm only giving you guys about 2 minutes each because it's the only way everybody gets a chance. All right, I'm going to pick on somebody else. And Jenna, why don't you pick somebody and start a 2-minute conversation?
You're just making it really difficult for me.
No.
I guess the first time I choose a woman, this time I choose a guy. Just like Raphael. I'll do the same. So I guess there's only one that I can see his face. I choose Luis.
Yes, sure. Sure.
How was your day, Luis?
Actually, it was hard. It was busy.
It was busy?
Yeah, then a bit tired.
Oh, what did you do for today? Why you're so tired?
Because my job.
Your job?
So
Oh.
yes, I've worked too much as of today.
I feel the same way. I feel really tired today, but for some reason, I didn't do anything. I just feel so tired.
Oh, really? But what you do for live?
Today I didn't do a lot. I just do what I always do, but for some reason I just feel tired. I guess I need to take a vacation.
You need to take a vacation. But what do you do for live? Do you have a profession or a job, something like that?
Other than being a student, I also helping someone with math.
And what do you study?
I study math.
Math.
So if you have any question about math, then you can ask me.
Oh no. Math, no. I am in the other fields.
Oh.
But how long do you study math? It's the college during how many time?
Depends on the major. Sometimes if different colleges have different requirement, it might take longer. I think you're talking to Simon earlier. I forgot because Simon talked to so many people. What do you do for a living, actually?
Actually, I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor. Oh yeah, I do remember. One person is doctor. So you're the doctor. Okay. What kind of doctor?
Yeah. What kind of doctor? Actually, nowadays I work at the university as a general practitioner, and I work with homeopathic as well.
All right, thank you, guys. We have time for one more. Who wants to volunteer or be voluntold? Oh, don't be shy. You're going to force me to pick someone. All right, Alexander, I'll pick you. Since you're a little tired, you provide us with some comic relief. Who would you like to speak with?
Let it be you.
Okay. Fair enough. Teacher on the hot seat.
So, am I initiating the conversation?
It certainly sounds that way.
Okay. Good morning, Simon.
Well, one could say good evening because it's actually quite late here.
Okay, so then good evening. What have you been up to lately?
Oh, I've been up to quite a bit. If anybody here has children, they will understand that having a child pretty much takes up your entire life. And you don't get to sleep much anymore. I don't know if you know what that's like, Alexander or Sasha, not sleeping.
I'm pretty familiar with this term. You can have a look at my nickname, which says insomnia.
So you know what? If you ever have a child, you'll be ready. You won't have to worry about not getting sleep.
Yeah, I'm very suitable for children. All right, and you see, this is when I went blank.
Well, that happens when you stay up late in the night. Have you been watching any football games or watching any movies, or do you just attend a lot of English classes?
No, I do watch TV shows. My favorite ones is The Newsroom.
Oh yes.
I also like Suits, but I watched all the seasons. And then I ran out of Suits in the newsroom. I started watching True Detective,
Mm-hmm.
and I got hooked on this TV show. But unfortunately, Matthew McConaughey isn't going to continue in the second season, so I'm not very happy about it.
That bastard. Well, you know, I have to say, next time you watch Suits, it's filmed in Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yes, they'll do the odd shot of New York, but it's filmed in Toronto.
Oh, that's surprising for me, because I have always thought that this is solely New York and nothing else.
No, well, I love the show, and of course, if you live in an area, you recognize the city in any movie or TV show. And I like the show. I think it's got some really good characters, some very good writing. But yes, it's filmed in Toronto. And the other movie you said, I remember watching the first episode, and he asked the guy, well, what makes America so great? And the guy said, freedom. And he says, well, there's at least 180 other countries that have freedom. You know, and I just loved that speech. It was very, very eloquent.
Yeah, which is not very typical of Americans.
No, it isn't. But I sadly have to stop you because we're getting close to the end of class, and I want to summarize. First of all, you guys have done a fantastic job. Some of you very nervous, Julia and Jenna, but you followed the basics. Show some genuine interest in the people you're talking to. Very basically, to start off, ask how your day was, right? You'll find that when you start talking to a person, the conversation's going to naturally flow like a river in a direction. Once I heard Suits and Newsroom, I was interested. Now I wanted to talk about Suits and Newsroom. Yet there was that awkward silence where Sasha wasn't quite sure what to talk about. Don't be afraid of silence, guys. Quite often we want to fill silence with something. But if we're engaged in small talk and it's going well, you can often notice this by providing silence. Be quiet for a minute. Or say, I forgot what I was going to say. Usually the other person will jump in and say something like this. Oh, you were talking about this, or, well, are you familiar with this? They'll just fill the conversation because they're interested. If they're not, they'll say, well, you know, I've got to get going. Then let them go. But don't be afraid of silence, because sometimes, if we're afraid of silence, we're waiting for our turn to speak and we're not listening to what the other person is saying. And sometimes that happens because we're nervous. But you guys did a fantastic job. Remember the topics to avoid and the topics that work best. My Hangout notes here are available for anybody to take and keep. I will do more small talks in the future. I don't do them every week, but I do them because, well, let's face it, they're fun. We get to have conversation, and the teacher doesn't do most of it. I only spoke 20% of the time here, guys. Any questions before class is sadly over?
No.
All right, well, good night to each one of you. Sasha, please get some sleep. The sun's going to be coming up soon. And to each one of you, I hope to see you again back here tomorrow night. For those of you that are unfamiliar with me, go to my teacher page, and you can see the next 6 classes that I teach, along with the ability to follow me, so that way you can find out when my classes are coming up. But you'll see the next 6 classes in your local time. Hold on, let me find that link for you. There we go. Excellent. So thanks again, guys, and thanks for choosing me as your teacher. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Simon.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Cheers.